there's a bunch of stuff I was thinking about this morning. I just did a bunch of little short TikTok ones, Still got my chairs. I'm sitting on the couch in a different spot. But anyways, I've had so much stuff on my mind this morning. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. And there's so many people on TikToks sharing information. I mean, we're surrounded right now with ships. And, I think that's to protect us. But, they're going to be marching over. We're 15 minutes from the border. That's where they're going to be marching in. But they're already landed. They're already all over. They're already placed. So, and I'm in one of those states that is following all of the mandates, of course, because, I'm in one of those deep states. And so there's not a whole bunch of them. More and more of them are turning the other way, saying we're not going to push the mandates because the mandates are genocide. I mean, those people are it's very serious. So they are, pushing, but they always got to try and they want to try and get it to be like it's your idea, like you're doing it, right? Or they've always got to have a fall guy, that's all they got to do. And Georgia is also one of those states, we know how bad it is. And they are already blocking the roads. I've seen on the TikToks, they're already blocking the roads and forcing people on the road. You can't drive down the road unless you get one of these. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not standing there and watching, but, why are they stopping and blocking everyone and making them sit there and go car by car by car? And people are turning and trying to get away and stuff. So I don't know, but that's the area kind of place that I live too. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to trust because I know that this is not Armageddon. This is a transition. This is we've got to get rid of all of this dark, deep, heavy energy so that we can move on. Ooh, yesterday I saw a guy. I'd never seen him before. I don't know who he is. If there was anybody who would be interested, I could definitely send the link. It was like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I guess he's a podcaster or something. And he's in Costa Rica, but I think he's a New Yorker. I'm not really sure because I'm not that familiar with him, but he said some super interesting stuff. But one of the things that he said, and I watched it because it kept popping up on my thing. And so then when that happens, I was like, there's got to be something they want me to see. If it keeps popping up. But one of the things I thought it was really cool how he explains, and that's where I like, when I hear some of the other people, how they explain it, because it's all in translation. It's all in how you understand the information that's being given to you. And he was talking about the deep, dark, heavy energy that we're getting rid of right now, right? The evil, what we would consider to be evil, dark, heavy energy. That is because it's the furthest from source. So when you think about like the dimensions moving up, which is frequency and resonance and color and movement, it's not like steps. It's not like you're walking up steps. And it's resonance. It's like why you can be talking to somebody and you're just like, what? Or they're just like, you're just not in resonance. You guys just don't get each other. There's people you will meet, you will be in total resonance. We're just like, oh, yes, I get it. Yeah. Where you just like jive, it's, would it be jiving? Again, I think it is like you're just jiving. You're just like, yeah, you're just getting each other. That is when you are in resonance. But so when this space in between, where it's all a spectrum. Everything is a spectrum. That was the biggest thing, I think, when humanity all of a sudden realized, wait, it's a spectrum. It's like, hell yeah. So on to that, in that area, that is the spectrum. All souls are just out there in all different resonance. In all different areas. It's not, it's not like this upper echelon, kind of existence in the three-dimensional that we're all stuck in right now, that we all think that's the way everything is. It's not like a hierarchy or something. It is a resonance. And when you go up higher, it isn't about ego. It's about serving. It's about loving. It's about spreading the word. It's about knowledge. So it isn't anything about ego. So, when people start being like, oh, and angels and all this stuff, it's like, it's just souls. It's just resonance. They're all having different experiences. And yeah, there's some that, do dedicate time to helping others. And, that's what a lot of souls do. When you keep graduating and getting up there, what else you gonna do? You've done everything. So, anyways, I thought that was really cool the way he explained that it was because it's evil, because it's the furthest away. So the furthest away from the sun, from the energy, is the darkest area. I was like, that's really super cool. I love how he explained that. And he explained some more things too. And he was going through ancient text, explaining it. That always gets me. Oh, give me some ancient text. I love that shit. So, yeah, he was going through some ancient text, and when people like this one too, when he was going through some of the stuff with a cult and stuff, and you see like the certain people who started certain things and how their stuff is played out and what's going on, and and that they were saying it the whole time. They say it in movies, like they literally do spells on us in movies. They're constantly disclosing what they're doing to us in movies. And right now, this big push where they're, the news now, there's like all these clips where the news is talking about the zombie apocalypse that is expected. I don't know if it's one of those companies now has released that, be expecting that. I think it's the one that starts with a PF. That's what to expect at this point is zombie apocalypse, because the people, but we already know that they did something to them neurologically. But I was also hearing that they did something with these things, and it has little crystals or something in it. And because this is all about free energy. Their free energy is us. People who don't realize that they're an independent soul. People who are willing to just be a part of their system and play along in their rat race life that they're willing to offer you, where you can starve to death for all they care. So, if you're willing to play along in that, that's what, well, right now, you can't even say that, because right now they're actively just trying to do a huge reduction in the population to get it more manageable. But the whole thing is that they totally lost track of what I was talking about. Oh, God, that drives me crazy. Maybe I'll think of it again in a sec. But anyways, we'll just jump back in wherever. They're actively coming at us right now for the reduction. With these things, they just were taking away rights. So you can't refuse anything because you're not considered a human being. So they can come into your house, take your family, take your stuff, and they have every legal right because they've already got it in the paperwork. You took this, they can take whatever they want. And, everything they do is to just consume us. And it is about us we've been free energy for them for a long time. And that's how they want to keep it. And we want the Tesla free energy. We want the universal free energy, the understanding of how the universe works and how energy works. And that's where we're headed to. They are fighting like hell to keep us back and be their free energy, but we're not going to be. We're moving out of that. But everybody has to wake up to being like, no, thank you, please. I will choose my own road, thanks. And it's going to be bloody because these people they see us as their possessions, just like the slave masters did back in those days. If they bought you, they saw you as property. That's how they look at us. We're property to them. They think they can tell us and do whatever they want to us. And it's us standing up and saying, no, you can't. Us being willing to, take one here instead of one here. And, standing up for, standing up against tyranny, standing up for freedom. And that is what you know, I mean, that's what it's going to come down to for some people. But it is what I was saying yesterday too. Like, we have to really give gratitude to these people who are losing their lives during this, because it is, you know, it's a big thing what souls are doing, you know, to wake up people and going through. I mean, there's so much stuff. So many people are going through so much right now. And it is all of those things to prepare them for their, you know, start doing their healing, to be prepared for this ascension. But it is going to be, you know, that leaving this dark energy. We're not going to go forward. We're not going to have Armageddon. We're not going to have zombie apocalypse. But when they sit there threatening that and telling, you know, be prepared, people, you're about to have that, then you look at their movies that they showed, what, you know, their plan is about it. And it is, you know, I don't know, a lot of cannibalism for sure. They're into that. Oh, man. They're really into that. So that'd be fun for them. And like, I don't even know how many times I've said it about a zillion, is how many people are just plumped up for the feast. I mean, they've got people who are just, they are plumped up for the slaughter. And you should think about these people are just so sick. I mean, these people are the soylent green eaters of the world. You know, they're disgusting. And so a couple more things on the TikTok stuff. So I saw somebody, and how many times have I said there's something up with water? Somebody was running their water out of their faucet and doing it with a lighter, and they started it on fire. How do you start water on fire? Chemicals. So yeah, they're definitely poisoning us. And when I was talking about, you know, where I felt like last weekend, I was smelling them, I could taste them, they were burning my eyes, like there's a lot of chemicals. And then I heard about so many people dying, and they never report the full numbers. So it's always way more than what we think. But, you know, just start paying attention. Because they are putting toxins, and, you know, and if you're not already, filter your water, get clean water, because they've got toxins in your water. And there's so many people that have so many health issues, and they don't really get it is your food and stuff that is coming that is poisoning you. You are having effects of poison from chemicals that they have put into your food. Like, you know, when you start learning about dog food is just carcinogens. Our food is just carcinogens. Like, that's why you got to get away from processed food. Like, this just right here shows. Like, I was going to go get some more orange juice. My daughter and I keep drinking a lot of orange juice. And so I just had a TikTok pop up, and it was a girl talking about the different ingredients in some of these foods that we eat that we think are safe. And she said orange juice is one. And it's all... it's just all of that flavor and smell and stuff is perfume. It's not even really. So I should just go buy some bags of oranges and squeeze my own juice, really. Because everything that they give us that we think that we're having that's nutritional is not nutritional. It's just more poison. Poison upon poison. And all these poisons are mixing different in everybody's body. That's why we have all these autoimmune diseases. We have all of these sicknesses because of all of the poisons. We're really just all under our arsenic poisoning. And they get around it. And then these people, this is what really cracks me up, when they sit there and say, oh yeah, it's just these people are waiting until the FDA is says it's okay, it's not experimental. Are you kidding me? Any of us who know are paying attention and don't want this, we freaking hell, we know that that is a corrupt organization that will tell us anything. Bullshit. We're waiting on their authorization. I'm not waiting on anybody to tell me anything. I'll go out and do my research. I'll pay attention. I'll look for the numbers the best I can and find out how people are responding to this. And, you know, it's out there. It's killing most of the people who take it. And if they're not dead already, they have got an illness that is going to, they're going to be fighting. I mean, we've got, you know, young people who are going to be living in invalid bodies because of this. it's just, it's really a shame, but it is, everybody, had to wake up in their own way, and every soul decided what was going to be best for them. And, when some things seem like, why? That's what I do a lot anyways. Because I'm always thinking of it from a soul level. So it's like, why? Why? And, there's no way. You can't understand anybody else's. Like, there's no reason for us to even try. That's why we shouldn't be judging. Everybody's got their own stuff going on. And everybody's waking up at their own pace and understanding things at their own pace. But no matter what, that this is not going to be Armageddon. This is going to be a temporary, it's going to be a big explosion. It's going to be real freaking scary. It's going to really wake up people. Australia, my friend in Australia, I was talking to her this morning and she was just going to bed. They are ahead of us by 17 hours or something. So they had an announcement. So it was night for them. And all of their judiciary had to go in an emergency. It was a whole big thing. It had to be reported. It was this huge emergency. They all had to go for this huge meeting because something with Joe Biden. And it's been all over the news in Australia. And now they got reported right before she went to bed that they're going to be making a big announcement, something about Australia, the UK, and America at 7 this morning in Australia. So, we'll be seeing, there's going to be all sorts of people sharing it, whatever this big announcement is. And it could very well be a distraction, because they do that a lot, because the real president, he already made the announcement that he already made his move. To me, I say we're in a checkmate situation. I'm not an expert on chess, but I definitely think it's that, you moved out, and it is, they don't have anything, they don't have any moves. So they're just kind of desperate now. Like, he's got him backed up against a corner, and, they pushed for a move, and it's all about to come out. And they are, things are about to blow in a big old way. There's just no way around it. There's way too many things that have hit. It's like we've been watching for 2 weeks as a giant freeway collision is occurring, with one thing smashing into the next. And now it's like, okay, so it's about to blow, and so it's about to go down, and just, there's going to be a lot of people are just going to be freaked out. Like, it's the end of the world. It's the zombie apocalypse. Everything is happening. There's no telling. They could have spaceships start shooting at us with lasers. There's no telling what these people will do. So you just, really keep it in your head that this is a temporary situation. This is an illusion. You are an eternal being. You're here having experience because it's teaching you something. So whatever you're going through is what you're supposed to be going through. A lot of people keep thinking, this isn't right, this isn't what whatever you're going through is exactly what you're supposed to be going through. And, it is all about getting that connection with something bigger than you, and that trust and that faith, and staying true to yourself, and standing in your sovereignty as an independent being, that you're not going to just follow along with what you're told to do. You're going to stand strong in your own beliefs and your own self. You don't need, they want to use this gang mentality, group thing, pressuring people to conform and to comply and to do what the government says. So, stand strong no matter what. And as far as I'm concerned, if that's how I have to go out, good. Then feel my blood on your face, and you will feel it for the rest of your life. You will feel those splatters, because I just talked it into being. And yeah, I'm not going to go lay in and where you aren't going to watch me die. No, you're going to watch. You're not going to just put me in there and let me just die alone and decrepit with all your poisons. So yeah. anyways, for everybody, just stay strong and stay safe, and really try and keep the faith, and know we're headed for way better times. It's going to be so much better. You just got to get through this. And everybody's thing is so personal, and if anybody, needs to talk or ask anything or is confused, you can always email me or something. I have my email in the description. I have it separate from my regular one so I can see when something pops up so it doesn't get mixed in. So if anybody does have anything they need to talk about or something, just message me. And, we're all here. We're all together in this. And, just stay connected. Don't get caught up in their bullshit, because they want to bring you down. They want to make you feel defeated. They want to make you feel hopeless. They feed off of that. So stay strong.